hips, rolling on down nicely, dropping the legs. I'm going to bring my arms right here by my head, and we're going to begin this with that beautiful brain body fitness stretch, the full Monty here today. So I'm going to start by putting a hand, let me go from this side, on my hip, and the other arm is up, so that I can get that connected sense of lifting this hip up towards the armpit as I stretch the other side up. Then you can bring the hand right here neutral, and then come back neutral, and then switch the other way. The head will always go to the side that's contracting. So reach, feel that beautiful lengthening on the one side as the other side contracts, and then bring everything back to center. Let's just do it a few more times. Switch sides. Just enjoy the feeling of this beautiful lengthening and contracting. Switch again. Let the head go and come all the way back. Relax in between and then go again. Oh, and relax. Beautiful. I'm going to bring my arms straight out. From here, just take this arm. You're going to bring it up. You're going to bring that hand to the breastbone. You're going to bring it over. Now you're going to take that off that same side leg, press it in so that you can roll and come all the way out. Good. Jazz at the end. Now you do want to keep your head on the ground, just to let it roll with you. Then let that top arm come back towards the other arm by moving from the hip back, and hold there on the first one. And then I'm going to stretch the arm back out, jazz the fingers. And then the back is initiated with the hip. In other words, start to bring that hip back towards the floor, and then continue pulling back from the hip as that arm comes back, elbow, breastbone, elbow, back. So let's do 3 more, but I'll go faster. So we'll bring it up. Elbow, hand hits breastbone, elbow, press the heel in the ground to roll, keeping the head on the ground, jazz the fingers at the end. And then the hip comes back. I always like to kind of hold there for a second and then come all the way on back. Good, let's go again. Elbow, breastbone, pressing the heel in, elbow reach. And hip draws back, pausing for a moment to get that torso stretch as you then come back, elbow, breastbone, elbow down. Beautiful, let's go the other side. First one slow. So it's elbow, breastbone, elbow, press that heel in the ground to let you roll, keeping the head down, stretch it out. Take the hip back till the hands over hand, pause. Reach back out with that shoulder. And then let the hip drop us back, pausing for a moment to come back, elbow, breastbone, elbow, drop. So good. Let's go 3 faster. Elbow, breastbone, elbow. Use the foot to reach. Now, before you come back, think shoulders down. Woo, that gives it a little added. And then the hip goes back. And then you go elbow, breastbone, elbow down. 2 more. Elbow, breastbone, elbow. Press the heel, reach. Come back with the hip. And elbow, breastbone, elbow, drop. Last one of these. Elbow, breastbone, elbow, reach. Hip drops back with a pause, and then elbow, breastbone, elbow, drop. So good. Let's go ahead and bend our knees. Good. I'm going to lift my tail and drop it. Lift the heels so you're on the ball joints, and allow those knees to come over to one side. Good. Think shoulders down, and then pressing that top ball joint in the ground. Press the hip forward, and then lift the knee. So it's basically a press the foot, lift the knee, get that stretch there, and then press the knee down. So it's a foot presses to lift, a knee presses to drop. One more time, foot presses to lift, knee presses to drop, relax the hips, and then curl to the center. Just drop your heels for a second, lift the toes, drop the toes, press the heels back up. Lower back is pressing in the ground, and then you're going to roll the legs to the other side. Good. That ball joint presses to get the hip forward. The knee lifts. Then the knee presses down, and you get more of a hip stretch. The toe presses to lift the knee. The knee drops to lift the hip. How about one more time? Toe presses to lift the knee. knee presses down to lift the hip, and then just release that back. And then press your fingertips in the ground, shoulders down to come back up. Lower back is pressing, so you have a tilt. Drop the heels, lift the toes, drop the toes, and press those heels up. So now you're really pressing that lower back in the ground. We're going to go a little faster. Let's take it over. Press, lift, and drop. Press forward, lift, and drop. Last one, press forward, lift, and drop. Now pause there for a moment and let that lower back arch out. Should feel good. Then press it forward, lift, and drop, and just relax. And then fingertips, shoulders press to come to the center, lower back drops. Let's bring the heels down. Lift, apologize. Thanks. All right, thanks for that, Stacy. All right, and come on over to the other side. Last one, pressing the shoulders down, lift the knee. And lift the, and then let the knee drop. Press, lift the knee, and let it drop. And now take that lower back, release it out. Doesn't that feel good? It's a big arch. Then press back up and drop it. And then just relax there. Press the nails and everything into lower, pressing the lower back. Let's bring these knees in. We're going to do just a regular little rock here. Good. And then let the knees come over to the side. Bottoms of feet touch. Hands on the shin. So you're like in what would be like a butterfly stretch. And just start doing some little rocks in the butterfly stretch. So if your arms are straight and you're rocking, you'll find you can get a really nice massage on the back. Beautiful. Just give me maybe one more. Nice. And then come all the way back, knees down, and drop on down. Beautiful. So while we're in this position, let's go ahead and do some ab work because we're already here, right? So we're going to do some lifting grips here. So I want you to just start to think about that lower back pressing. So release the back and then press the lower back down. So just do a couple more. Arch the tailbone down, chin tucks, and give yourself the tilt. So once you're in that nice tilt, lower back, lifting up, let's do a lifting grip. Chin is tucked, lift the shoulders. Let's bring the hands either inside or outside behind the knees, the hamstrings. Elbows up, really get a nice stretch now across the top of your shoulders and tiny little pulses in, pressing the belly button down. Good, really feeling that lower back pressing. Let's release one hand and the other hand and just start to do some nice little folds. Shoulders, I'm going to drop my shoulders, shoulder blades down, keeping that tilt. Beautiful. I'm not going to overdo us right here, right now. So go ahead and roll on down. Now, I'm going to take my one leg and I'm going to bring it straight up. Now, if you have to have a bend here because your hamstrings are tight, it's fine. Do what you have to do. The other leg is bent. Good. So we're going to lift and grip and put our hands on behind the legs. You ready? So tucking the chin gently. Lift the shoulders. Give yourself a good tilt. You're here. Elbows are out wide. Good work. Shoulder blades are down, but the elbows are out. And then take the hand that's not on the side of the leg and just drop it for your pulse, and then the other. So you're just going to let the shoulders relax, and you're just giving yourself those beautiful little forward pulses. Good. Now, when you are ready, this is perfect like this. When you're ready, you can start to straighten the bent leg. Only go when you're ready. If you get to that point and you can't maintain that with the lower back, then bring it back up. When you need to take a little bit of a breather, just go ahead and put your hands behind. Come on up. You can relax the neck. Elbows will be up. So this is how you take a breather, and then you come right back into it. And when you get a little stronger, you can even straighten the bottom leg, but only go to when you're ready. So let's just do about 10 more seconds of pulses. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good work. If your leg is straight, go ahead and bend it. Let's put our hand behind the leg and then allow ourselves to come down. Good. And I like to kind of shake my head left to right on that one. Beautiful. Let's bend that leg, bring it down. Let's lift the opposite one and bring it up. So we're going to do the same thing. Give yourself a nice tilt, hand behind, tucking chin, lifting up, curling that tail, elbows up and out, so you get that beautiful stretch, and this is where you'll come back to if you need a breather. Hand away, just bring it here, other hand to here. Just little pulses. Little pulses. Beautiful. Again, as you get stronger, if you feel like you're ready, you can start inchworming that other leg down. Just make sure that you're able to keep that lower back pressing. Good. Breathers, bring it up, relaxing the neck, tuck it back, shoulders down, and come back into it. Good. When you're ready, you can straighten the bottom, but only when you're ready. Good. And really press that lower back. And remember, you're not going up and down. It's rib cage to pubic bone. Control this move always. Good. Just give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding back on. Drop. Excellent. All right, now the last one of these we're going to do is both of them up. Now, if you start to feel this in your lower back, cross at the ankle, you can bend the knees. Okay, so do what feels good to you. You should not feel this in the lower back. All right, if you're good, you can bring it both out if that doesn't hurt your lower back. And again, take breathers, tilt under, hands behind, tucking chin, elbows are up, shoulder blades are down. Excellent. And then just release one hand at a time and just start your pulses. Chin is tucking, shoulder blades are down, belly button is pressing in, and you're controlling the move. Can you relax your glutes? Notice if you're gripping in the glutes. Good. Notice if you're gripping in the hamstrings or the quads. Okay, so this is really just all core. It's so powerful. Beautiful. Good. Let's just do a few more. Again, if it's hurting, bend the knees. You can cross at the ankles. When you need a breather, put on, come on up. Good. Relaxing the head and then get back right into position. I'm just going to do 10, 9. You guys are doing great. Look how strong you are. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab on, bring the knees in. Good. And little rocks across that back. So a special lateral little locks. Nice work, you guys. Drop the feet. Let's roll over onto our bellies so we can do a little bit of extension here from all that flexion. So pressing, come on over. I'm just going to do one nice back extension here. Good. Tucking the chin under, bringing your hands so they're flat against your sides. Shoulders are down. Push in, lifting the upper body and the legs. Good. And really see if you can lengthen up. Keep that chin tucked. Good work. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop on down. Excellent. Let's put our hands next to our shoulders. Good. Push up and back into child's pose. But your arms are stretching out in front. So you can also get a nice stretch across the top of the back. You might want to shift your hips forward and back. Nice. And now I'm going to come on up onto all fours. Good. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, 2 hand steps. Okay, so it's one hand step, one hand the other. The other hand walks up, the other hand walks up. Shift forward so that when you drop down, your head will be between the hands. So we're going to do some push-ups in this position. Now, if you feel like you're confident enough to come up into a regular push-up position, do. I'm going to keep the knees bent. So I'm just going to drop as far down as I can and push up. And 2 and up. Now, you can put your fingertips to the center and have the elbows go out wide. That will work one part of the arms. So just drop down, keep your chin tucked, drawing the belly button in and up. Give me 2 more like that. The head is going right between those hands. Beautiful. And now just go halfway and up. Halfway and up. Make sure that your tail is not up. You're still feeling like you're drawing your belly button up and your tailbone is pressing down. Give me 2 more halfways. Good. And let's just do 1 all the way down. Push up and then a halfway and a push up. And now bring yourself back into child's pose again, stretching those arms up, shifting the hips to one side, and then you can walk the hands to the other, getting a nice release there. And the other way. Beautiful. Up and over to the other side. Good work. And then let's go back onto our backs one more time. And we're going to do a little bit of the booty lifting with our tuck and the lifting of one foot. Okay, so we're going to go back on our backs, bringing the feet pretty close into your tail. And then I want you to give yourself that beautiful tilt. So what we just did, a nice tilt, and then lift the booty up a little bit higher so you're like right above the lower back. Okay, so my rib cage is down, but my lower back is lifted. I have a nice tilt. And then you're just gonna drop there, tilt and lift. Little tiny lifts, but you're keeping that tilt. So you always want to feel the tilt, like I barely feel my lower back, and then I'm curling it back up. Dropping down, curling it up. Dropping down, curling it up. Keep going. Drop and lift. Drop it and lift. Drop and lift. Keep the knees straight up. They're really going to want to open to the sides. Try not to let them. Good. You can keep your hands down and just feel that you're also supported through the shoulders. Good. Let's just do two more like that. Keeping your tilt. Feel the belly button draw in. So lift there with the tilt. And then I want you to take one leg and lift the heel. You're on the ball joints. Bring it in a little closer so you still feel like you are between the two hips, and just go little tilts. Little tilt. Curl and tilt. Roll and tilt. Good. You should be feeling this in that opposite booty. Tilt. Good. Good, good. Now, if this is plenty and you can really feel that and it's working nicely, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can go to a tabletop with this. Keep your tilt though when you lift. Oh boy, am I feeling that. Little tilts. So you're going to feel it in the stabilizing leg. Good, but making sure that you're keeping the tilt. You're not just lifting straight up and down. Good work. All right, let's drop that one. Little tilts. Keep going. And then you can lift the opposite heel. Little tilts. Little tilts. I find all of a sudden, if I'm not really focused, I just start going up and down. That's not going to do it. It has to be the curl as you lift. Curl. Otherwise, you're not going to feel it where you need to. You're just going up and down. So it's that tilt and lift. Tilt and lift. Good work. All right, again, if that's enough, plenty good. Curl and lift. If not, you can go to a tabletop on this other one. Curl, lift. Curl and lift. Curl and lift. I'm dying. Give me 4, 3, curl lift 2, curl lift 1, pause at the top, drop it down, roll down from that bottom, top vertebrae down, and bring it in and give yourself those nice little rocks. Good. Now we're going to really work on this lower back in these little rocks. So I want you to have your hands around with the thumbs up. Really press in so the tailbone lifts, and then take those knees, press into the arms until they're straight. Keep pressing the legs into the hands. Rotate the elbows inside out. And when you get to right here, really pull that belly button in. Give yourself a tilt. Get that sustained stretch. If you can touch the toes on the ground, do. And then release on back. Woo! And that was a pointed toe. We're going to do it again with more of that. I'll call it a Barbie foot, where you're pressing the ball joints forward and the toes back. That'll make you have to go down just a little bit further. So press in shoulders. Good. Then press the knees into the hands till those arms are straight. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing as you come up. Now really think belly button to the backbone, curl the back, keep pressing the lower leg into the hand. If you can touch the toes, do. And then come all the way back. This is not a fast rock. This is a very slow, controlled stretch, and you're stretching out the deep fascia in the lower back. Last one, flex feet. Good. If you can kind of do a bit of like a neat little toe do. So you're crushing, really pulling it in, and then leg against hand as you come forward. Keep pressing that lower leg in, curl the back belly button to backbone. I'm doing a big curl until I touch the heels to the toe, to the floor, and then allow it to come on back. Woo! Good work. Those are not easy, but that's really working the fascia, deep fascia in that lower back, which is very hard to get to. All right, nice work, you guys. Now from here, let's go ahead and do our lower belly work since we're already in this beautiful kind of cocoon position. I'm going to bring my hands down on the ground, palms down. Good. And just press let's do this, you guys. Hunch your shoulders, then press the palms on the ground to kind of scoot your back up again, shoulders down. So basically, I can barely feel my lower belly. And then I'm just going to lift tailbone up and drop back down just to the bottom of the lower back. Hunch, scoop, lift, and bring it back. So if you hunch, you press the shoulders into scoot, you're giving that lower belly a little bit of extra. Hunch, scoop, lift, tailbone is up, and release. This is really like weight training for the lower abs. Last one, lift, and bring it back down. Good work. Drop those feet. Let's bring the arms out to our sides and just let the knees go to one side. You can look the other way. You can allow that hip to lift, lower back. We're just going to do a little bit of a spine stretch here. And then bring the knees up and over to the other side. That should feel good. Ooh, very nice. Just one more time each side. The head will look the other way. These spine twists are just really good at kind of squeezing out the junk at the same time. Ooh, beautiful. All right, and then I'm going to come over to the other side and bring that outside arm up. And we're going to come up onto our sides. And now we're going to do a little bit of side work. So again, if you have your cushy and need it, this is the time you might want to bring it out. So we have not done this kind of side series in a long time, so I thought this would be a good day to bring it out. And it's this one where we're going to sit all the way in a straight line here. Good. And your arm is up like this. The other hand is in front of you so that you can support yourself. You want to have the hips stacked as much as you can. You can push your fingertips into the ground and then just think about getting your ribs up. So you're kind of stretching the bottom up with that shoulder. Good. Now, all you're going to do is lift those legs up, keeping them together, and drop. And lift them and drop. Good. Slightly pointed toes. You don't have to overpoint. And down. So you're going to feel this right in the waist contracting. I also like the cushy A because my hip bone doesn't hurt in the ground. It keeps the hips stacked, but it also gives it a little bit more height. So when you drop, you get even more lengthening on that top, don't you? A couple more. Lift and down and lift and down. Beautiful. Now we're going to lift the legs and the upper body together. So keep the head in alignment. Try not to lift the neck not in alignment with that. Just hold there for a second. Feel that in the waist and then let it drop. Beautiful. Let's go for a few more. Lift and down and 2 and down. Good work. 3 and drop. 4, press the shoulder down towards the hips. Use the hand to press the shoulder down and release. Give me just 2 more. Lift and drop and lift and drop. Beautiful. Now take that top leg up. It's a little higher than the hip and bring the bottom leg to meet it. And the bottom leg drops. So lift. Good. So you're kind of working inner thigh there on that lower leg. Stretch it up. Good. But I'm also feeling this in the waist. So give me 3 more. 1, drop, 2, drop, 3, drop, good work. And now take that top leg and just bring it down, bent position so that the knee is right out from the hip. Flex the bottom leg and do a little lift from here. Yep, little lift. So you're actually working again a little bit more on that inner thigh. Good. Just give me a few more of those. We've been doing so much great inner thigh work on the other. It's kind of like I might need to do a few more on this one. I'm not feeling it a whole lot, but you're still working as you lift from there. Give me 2 more of those. Nice work. All right. So now let's just take that bottom leg and push yourself up, and we'll go do that whole series on the other side. So just switch her around. Put your little hip in the donut hole. Stretching that side out. Make sure your body is in a nice straight line. Fingers here so that you can push in the ground down towards your hips so that the shoulder drops. That's really what you're doing with that. All right, stacked hips. You ready? Lift the bottom. Whoop, my hip's not in the right place here. Here we go again. Lift and drop. Good. Keeping the legs cemented together. It's like point of the toes. There's your 3, 4, and drop. 5. Nice work. 6. Give me 2 more of those. 7. Last one is 8. Nice. Let's lift the upper body at the same time. Again, keep your chin in alignment with your breastbone. I find a lot of us tend to lift like lifting our head instead of the torso. So just think about having your neck be all part of the spine. It's not separate. It works right along with it. Good. And up and drop. Give me 3 more. Up and down. 2 more. Stretch and drop. Last one. Lift and drop. Beautiful. Take that top leg up, maybe a little higher than the hip. Bring the bottom to the top and drop it. Bottom to the top, drop. 3 and 4. Try to really stabilize in your core. Go slower if you're having trouble stabilizing. When you lift right there, think belly button, pull it in to lift. This is very much also a core exercise. So if you go too fast, your core will destabilize and you'll be all over the place. So use your core. Use the hand in the ground to pull the shoulder down as you do it. Give me just 2 more so you can really focus on using the core with this. Beautiful. Take that top leg, bend it right over, goes down in that 90-degree angle, and then flex the bottom foot and do a little bit of lifting from there, inner thigh. Excellent. Just give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one of those. Excellent. All right, let's use the hand to push ourselves up. Now in this position, oh, sorry, we'll do it this way. We're going to go to the other side, and now I'm going to do a nice IT band stretch. This is one that Teresa did towards the end. I'm going to go slow to detail it out. It's really very nice. I'm just going to grab something to drink. So good. A little licorice tea this morning. All right, so you're going to come down. This time in this position, though, you're going to hold your head. So you do have to kind of find a place to hold your head that's comfortable for you. Okay, so just sometimes it takes me a minute to kind of get my head so that my neck is in a good alignment. You're in this position. Your hand is in front again. And again, thinking about pressing the fingers in and then doing it to watch, press the shoulder down, think ribs up. Right, you guys know what I'm talking about. I wish I had better words for that, but it's just pressing down and feeling really stable. Lift the top leg hip high. Good, again, ribs up. Go ahead and bring the knee in, foot is flexed. Use the power of the hand to straighten that leg out. Good, you're gonna bring it right back over, point. That top hip rolls forward. You're gonna drop the foot. So my top foot is right at the instep of the bottom, and lift it, drop and lift, and then bring the hip forward, flexing the foot forward. Good, I'm gonna go slow again. Press in to bring it in, flex forward, bring it back, point, top hip rolls, drop, lift, drop, and flex forward. Press into the ground to bring that knee in. Press to straighten it out. There's your IT stretch. You're going to go back, flip it, drop, lift, drop, flex, forward. Let's go a little faster. You ready? In, straighten, all the way back, flip, drop, lift, drop, and flex. Push in, straighten, pull it back, point, drop, lift, drop, flex, forward. In, stretch it forward, bring it on back, flip, drop, lift, drop, and flex. One more. In, stretch it, all the way back, point, drop, lift, drop, and flex. Nice work. Now from here, let's just go and do a point. And a straighten it, and a bend it. Now press in, draw the knee down, foot up, see if you can touch there, and then bring it back. So we're just going to go knee down, foot up, bring it back, clamshell, bring it down this way, bring it back. How about one more? Press those shoulders down and up, stretch it out, and let's push off with the hand, and we'll go to the other side. Nice work, you guys. Just a little something different for us for today. Playing with different healthy movements. The brain and the body love novel movements. So it's really nice to just play with some different things and give the body a nice little challenge. Hip forward. Using the hand, press to get those ribs up, get your head in a nice position. Good, so as you push the hand in, let's push and flex that top leg. Push in to straighten it out. Good, push in to pull it back with a point. Hip drops forward. You're gonna touch, lift, touch, and bring the hip forward with a flexed foot. Press in again to bring the knee in. Press to stretch it out. All the way back, hip, drop, lift, drop, flex, forward. Push the hand in the ground, shoulder. Push to stretch it. Bring it all the way back, drop the hip, drop, lift, drop, flex, forward. Let's go again. Push in, push, straighten it out. Point all the way back, drop, lift, drop, and flex. Push in, straighten it out. All the way back and touch, lift, touch, and flex. Little faster. In, stretch. All the way back, lift, drop, lift, drop, and flex. Last one, push it in, stretch it out. Bring it all the way back, drop, lift, drop, and flex. Nice work, you guys. Let's point. Let's bring this leg to here. Press to get the ribs up. Stretch it up. Bend it. You're ready. Knee down, foot up. See if you can drop it to the ground. If you can't, it's okay. And then bring it all the way back up and think about opening. Let's push and bring it over. Woo, feel that twist. Bring it back. Let's just do the twist. Twist and bring it back. How about last one? Push in, twist and bring it back. Nice work. Stretch them both out. Let's push off. Good. Now, come into essentially your mermaid position. Good. You can get off your cushion if you're on there. Take this top arm out, the back arm, and just lift and stretch yourself up there. Oh, what a nice hip stretch. Isn't that beautiful? Then drop it down and switch the arms and just stretch up and over. Oh, nice. Who feels that in that hip? One more time. Switch and lift that hip. Yes. And back and up. At first, you're kind of like, can I do that? Does the body do that? It does. And then you're at it, Savicci. Just that's a brain body, is it not? Hand here. You're ready. Opposite hand up. Lift the hip. And give yourself that stretch on that side. And bring it on down, up and over to the other side. Woo, you guys look beautiful. Up and over one more time. Just push that back knee in. Lift that hip. Enjoy the feeling of that beautiful stretch. And back And other side up. Oh, yes. And up. Let's finish with a nice butterfly stretch. So however this feels to you, and what I mean by that is if you're better with them out farther away, I'm better with it here, hands here, hinging forward, elbows on those legs, and just relax the head forward. Whew. Taking some nice deep breaths and exhale. Just allow the weight of the knees to open in the hips. You can press the elbows in a little more when you're ready. Just see if you can relax into this pose for a couple of seconds here. Let the shoulders slide down your back. Let the head just relax. Let the jaw relax. Let the cheeks relax. Relax in the throat. Beautiful. Now I'm going to push myself up, and I'm just going to do one last hip stretch. I'm going to put one leg in front of the other, coming on over again, just dropping forward. It's a little different hip stretch, is it not? Relaxing in the front first. Oh, then you can just gently walk your hands over to the direction of the front big toe. That'll help you relax in that front hip from the leg that's in the front. We'll do more hippie stretches tonight. If you have time to come join in, then walk the hands back. Always walk back to the center and then support your upper body as you come back towards the body, and then switch the leg that's in front again. And hinging over front. Good, just supporting yourself in these beautiful lengthening stretches. You can walk out a little bit and then over to that side. Right when you're like, oh, that's going to be kind of intense, back off it a little bit. Give yourself that nice inhale. Visualize the hip releasing as you slowly exhale. See if you can get in just a little deeper. And just hold there and relax. Allowing it to lengthen, relaxing the head and the neck. Ooh. And then bring yourself, upper body back to the center. Walk yourself back up. Ta-da! You did it. Nice class, you guys. Interesting combination of moves today. Again, just novel ways of moving the body.